Greetings everybody, Okami of Games Online. Welcome to my new LP of The Simpsons, Hit and Run. One of my more favorite Simpsons games. It's up there with The Simpsons game and, hell, even The Simpsons skateboarding. Yeah, out of all the Simpsons games, this was the first one that I ever played. The Simpsons Hit and Run. I played it at a friend's house once. I didn't get very far, but I really enjoyed the game. And here I am now opening it for you guys. So, let us begin our adventure.
Hey, I'm endorsing a new cola, kids. This one isn't poisonous to anybody.
That we know of.
New and improved Buzz Cola is made from only the finest sugars and water. Thus, as a special ingredient, too hot, the FDA. It'll give you the get up and go you need to do all the pathetic stuff you have to do. Try new improved Buzz Cola.
Cola. Let's get Buzz Cola.
And tradition with The Simpsons continues. It's generally very humorous. Anyways, we begin level 1. Nah, really, we begin level 1. I thought we were going to begin level 2. Anyways, enough screwing around. Let's get this show on the road.
Alright, player one, Homer.
I'm going to disable tutorials because I can probably explain stuff. This is going by PS2 controller for reference's sake. You use left analog stick to move, X to jump, square is kick. If you hold down the circle button, you can run, and triangle is your interactive button. So, I'm going to get more into a bit of the gameplay before we actually start a mission. These things you want to collect. Coins. They are, as you may guess, your currency. And you need them to buy many things, actually. If you see anything with blue sparkles, you're going to hit triangle to it. That's a level gag. Level gags, I don't think they actually get you anything, but they're just like a little comedic thing to see if you can find them all. Notice if we hit start, level progress, we have several things to do. We have every single level has 7 story missions, 1 bonus mission, 3 street races, 7 collector cards, 3 pieces of character clothing, 5 vehicles, 20 walks cameras, and a various amount of level gags. That's the only one that actually changes. So, speaking of level gags, there's another one here. Unfortunately, I haven't watched much of The Simpsons lately, so a lot of the references I may not get. What do I mean by references? This card that I failed to collect. Come on, Homer. Come on. We're already failing in the first episode. This is a great start. There we go, the homemade football. If any of these cards seem familiar, that is because they are from actual episodes of The Simpsons. Like, you get a view cards. You can see what episode it was from, a description of it, and a quote relating with whatever it is. Generally, it relates with the character that you're currently playing as. So, that's everything you need to collect. That thing I just attacked that gave me a ton of money, that's a lost camera. Like I said, there's 20 in a stage. And you typically want to also defeat them because they will give you a decent chunk of money when you defeat them. Most of this first episode is going to be tutorial stuff, but for reasons we should know. Let's see, what else can I do? one other thing about the Wasp cameras, if you let them survive for too long, they will shoot an energy ball at you, and if you get hit by it, you don't technically die in this game, but if you get hit by that energy ball, you do lose coins, which you probably don't want to happen. The other part of this game, and actually the main feature of this game, is the meter in the bottom right corner. You might notice it's a radar. Though, if you look around, like if you look around the outside of it, you'll see a little meter. Say if I kick someone, that meter goes up. You want to try to avoid getting that meter full. You want to avoid filling up that meter, essentially. I should probably explain car controls as well now. If you hold the X button, you will accelerate. B button is decelerate and brake. That's really all you need to know. Turning, you should be able to figure out by yourself. As for explain more of what that meter does, I'm actually just going to kick. Let's just kick Marge over and over again so I can demonstrate this. As I kick Marge, the meter fills up. When it's almost full, you're going to get a beeping sound saying that's almost full. If it's full, I'm just going to go in here. You activate hit and run. When that happens, the cops will be after you. If they manage to catch up to you, then they will take 50 of your coins. Also, there's another level gag here. If you think this is all going to be tutorial stuff, well, we'll actually start the first mission. Well, technically it's not the first mission. This is actually supposed to be a tutorial mission.
Only somebody ate every dessert in the house. I need you to run to the store and pick up some of that ice cream with the miniature pies in it.
Must have been one of our kids. Probably will know.
I really wish I could hear the dialogue, but it's the same story as with No More Heroes. I have it turned down so that way there's not an echo in the video. Because anyone who saw me doing the minesweeping, I actually explained that. And my volume is really low for that reason. If I can get a better setup, I might be able to hear them, but anyways. There are some things to do when driving. First off, generally it's a good idea to keep an eye out for crusty glass. Or this glass. The Buzz Cola logo thing. Anyways, you want to keep an eye out for those because those generally signify shortcuts. If you couldn't tell by now, this is essentially a Grand Theft Auto-ish game. Which, no, I'd say Grand Theft Auto is actually not that bad of a game, so. Though I played this far before I played Grand Theft Auto. Anyways, enough about that. Let's go into the Quickie Mart.
Hey, Boo, give me a cola and I need another bucket of ice cream with mini pies.
What happened to the ice cream with mini pies your wife bought this morning?
Well, I probably ate it. I don't remember stuff you did.
And we get the ice cream and cola.
Mission complete. Will that go with
When shall we get that? Mission complete. I think Bart was actually talking, and I might have talked over him. I'm not sure. As for more level gags, generally the insides of buildings will have a ton of level gags. Like here, Frostilicus. We have the silent alarm.
Something in a breakfast burrito.
Yes, that is right, chili.
We have the squishy machine. This will be a 100% run, just for reference's sake. We have the ATM. And Larry the Looter. Anyone who's seen the episode, this is actually one of the few Simpsons episodes I've actually seen. Anyone who's seen the episode Radio Bart, you might actually recognize this. It's a cutscene ripped from the actual show. Last thing to show off, in most buildings, you will also find a clothing store. I'm actually not going to buy it. This is going to be the one exception to the 100% run, because really it's straightforward. I just need to buy the clothing. It doesn't do anything, it just changes how you look. There's some clothing pieces that are required though, and that does not include any of these. For that reason, I'm not going to buy them. But I guess I can go more in depth. Because, yeah, you can see we have Homer Casual, which is basically him in his underwear. We have Moo Moo Homer, and Chosen One Homer. So, if you want to buy them, be my guest. If I were doing like a proper 100% run, but I'm just really guiding you onto how to 100% this game, and that would probably include buying the clothing, but you probably get where I'm going with this. Anyways, one thing that we can do, excuse me, Homer, is this. One other thing I do want to do for this series is I want to show off all the cars in the game, or at least all the ones that you can unlock. I'm not going to be showing off the random cars off the road, though each stage does have a secret car. I think I remember what the majority of them are. There's another collector card, by the way. I'm just not able to shut up, apparently. But basically, I lost my train of thought. Good job, me. Anyways, I'm not going to... I think I was talking about... I wouldn't show the cars that you get off the street, but I will show off the secret car in each stage because each stage has a secret car. Alright. Let's go over here. But it's like, I'm going to try to use them for a mission and show you how the car works. As for marks on the radar, the white... Excuse me. The white arrow is you. The blue arrow is your car. Phone booths are where you can get another car. You can see their stats. They stay in four things. They have stats in speed, acceleration, toughness, and handling. Speed is, of course, top speed. Acceleration is how quickly they'll reach that top speed. Toughness is how many hits they can take before being destroyed. And handling is how well turning works. They also have a damage meter. If they reach 100%, then the car blows up. If that happens, all you have to do is go to a phone booth and you can get your car back. But you will have to pay 10 coins. There is one other thing you can do. You might notice while I was explaining that, I picked up a wrench. When you pick up a wrench, your current vehicle that you have will be fully repaired, which is very handy. So you might want to keep that in mind. As we go up here, there's another wasp camera. Once again, I apologize for all this tutorial stuff, but it's the first episode. You really had to come in expecting this. Let's see. I think I know what I'm going to do next. I think next... Where did I put my car? Oh. I'm smart. I think next I'm actually going to show off a few other things. And I'm also going to try to do the first mission. Rather, I'm going to show off one other thing. Also, if you think this is a lot to grasp, oh boy, you're lucky I'm not playing this how I normally play it. I normally get all the side quest stuff done first, and then after I do that, I start the missions and just do them all at once. But that would get very boring, so for that reason, I'm not going to do that. Talk to Marge? Well, I'm going to actually do something else. Anyone who's played this game before and is yelling at me, you've missed some stuff. I'm going to go back for it, okay? So, if you're worried I'm missing stuff, well, don't be. Because I'm going to get everything eventually. Over here, I might as well pick this up because it's on the way. As we got more cola cans. I'm going to pick up. Whoops. So, the thing I want to show off is over here. This is another mark, $sign. You go over here, it's either going to be Random Springfield or Gil. Gil has two below average vehicles. Here he has the Duff Truck and the Surveillance Van. The Duff Truck is probably my least favorite car in the game. This is what its stats are like. It's got good toughness, but that's about all it's got going for it. Surveillance Van is almost as tough as the Duff Truck, but its speed and handling and all that is better. I'm going to buy both cars so that way I can show them both off. But I'm just going to buy them both now, and I'm going to use the Surveillance Van for the first mission, which we're going to go ahead and tackle here. So we go to a phone booth. I can get my Surveillance Van, and we can hop in. So Surveillance van. That's really what I have to say. If you want a car for speed, there's a much better car that you can get. And alright, I should probably explain. There's 5 cars that you can get. Each one, alright, well technically 6. There's 6 cars in each stage. There's your starting car, 2 you can buy from Gil, 1 you can buy from a random Springfielder, 1 that you get for completing the bonus mission, and 1 you get for completing all 3 street races. For this first stage, I'd say the best car you can get is from completing the street races, and that's usually the case. Anyways, enough from me. Let's get the first mission started.
Only Lisa left the school without her science project. Can you get it to her?
Oh, I have to.
You can drop it off on the way to work.
And I have to go to work.
So, we start the first mission, SMRT. Race Principal Skinner to the school and give Lisa her science project. So there's a wide variety of things you could end up having to do in this mission. In this case, it's a race. The race doesn't start right away. As we take this shortcut... Hi, Skinner! We have to race Skinner to the school now, which fortunately isn't that difficult if you know where all the shortcuts are. And in fact, there is one, if we go this way. I'm actually trying to be a bit careful. We can go over here.
Learn to drive, you dumbass.
And shortcuts. Don't you just love the shortcuts? I love the shortcuts. Anyways, by doing this, we beat Principal Skinner to the school, no problem. Let's head in here. And
Thanks for bringing me my model of the digestive system. Hey, where's the gallbladder?
I got hungry and it wasn't big.
It was modeling clay.
Oh.
By the way, Dad, Mom called. She says she needs to talk to you at home before you go to work.
so we've completed the first mission. The first real mission. This, I should probably say this actually isn't considered a level gag, but it's just there for comedic purposes. The fire alarm and the fire extinguisher are the 2 level gags that you want to get while in here. We're about at the 20-minute mark, so I think I'm going to get a few more side quest things done, and then I'm going to end off this episode. So, funny thing, phone booth is destroyed, yeah, we can still order a car. I'm just going to order the family sedan, because the surveillance truck isn't that bad, or the surveillance van, I think is it's actually called, but I still am just not the biggest fan of it. The other thing I need to go over is this, the wager race. What does that mean in pronunciations? The wager race. So the way this works is you are given a time limit, and you have to beat that time, and it's a race around the entire map. You're also given a difficulty. If it's an easy difficulty, you get twice the money as your entry fee, so I would get 40 coins as my payout. If it's medium, you get 3 times. If it's hard, you get 4 times. What difficulty is dependent based on what car you currently have. So if you were to have a much faster car, you would probably get an easy difficulty, but if I have the Duff truck, I'd probably get the hard difficulty. That's the way that works. If you need to get money, I can recommend it, but I don't know. It's just not my personal take on... This game will usually support you with enough money for what you need. If you're going for 100% run, you might, like buying everything, you might need to go do a bit of money grinding. Especially if you do get caught by the cops. Then you definitely will have to do money grinding. Otherwise, you should be okay. So there's another WASP camera there. Let's go ahead and go up here. And for the curious, for mission number 2, I'm going to be using the Duff truck because mission number 2 is probably the easiest mission in the game. They're very generous with the time, and it's just all around easy, so I can use the Duff truck with not much of a worry. I'm going to get the rest of the side quest stuff that's on the roof of the school. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and end it off because we are past the 20-minute mark currently. This part can be a bit tricky. Tricky. I made my pronunciations. But there's a wasp camera waiting for you. Are you really surprised? Well, hey, more money for us. Anyways, I'd say that's about going to do it for this episode of The Simpsons Hit and Run. So, next time, I will start off at the Simpsons house, which is where we started the game. And we will start mission number 2. See you guys then.